Students, in this class we are going to see a new topic called antifungal agents. First we'll see what are antifungal agents. They are used to treat or prevent the fungal infections. They are otherwise called as antimycotic medications. Now we'll see the classification of antifungal agents. It has two classifications. One is based on chemical structure, another one is based on mechanism of action. First we'll see based on chemical structure. So it would be classified into 7 types based on chemical structure. First one is fatty acids and carboxylic acids. Examples are sodium caproate, triacetin and desilenic acid, benzoic acid, salicylic acid and propionic acid. Second one is phenols and its derivatives. Examples resorcinol, haloprogen, leuquinol, cyclopyrox. Third one is nucleoside antifungal agents. Examples flucytosine. Fourth one is antifungal antibiotics. It would be again classified into two types. One is polyenes, another one is other antifungal antibiotics. Under polyenes, examples are amphotericin B, nystatin and natamycin. And other antifungal antibiotics, griseofulvin is coming under. Fifth one is allylamine and related compounds. Examples are echinocandins, caspofungin, anidulafungin and micafungin. Next one is azole antifungal agents. Examples are clotrimazole, iconazole, butaconazole, miconazole, ketoconazole, fluconazole, sulconazole, oxyconazole, thioconazole, terconazole and itraconazole. Last one is newer antifungal agents. Examples are naftifine, tolnaftate, terbinafine. Now we'll see the classification of antifungal agents based on mechanism of action. So it would be classified into 4 types based on that. First one is inhibition of cell wall synthesis. Examples are polyoxins, nicomycin acid, echinocandins. And inhibition of ergosterol biosynthesis. Polyenes, azoles, amorolfin, allylamines, thiocarbamates, butynaphine. All are coming under inhibition of ergosterol biosynthesis. Next one is inhibition of protein synthesis. Example, sordarins. Last is inhibition of RNA or DNA synthesis. Examples, griseofulvin, flucytosine. Drug is clotrimazole. It is coming under azole antifungal agent. So what is the azole present in clotrimazole? That is called as imidazole. So what is meant by imidazole? 5-membered heterocyclic ring system having 2 nitrogens at 1,3. That is called as imidazole. So what is the structure of imidazole? What is the structure of clotrimazole? First, it is having imidazole. With the first nitrogen of imidazole, what is attached? This is called as the benzyl. Benzene ring with CH2, that can be called as benzyl. And the carbon present here now, so that can be called as alpha carbon. So what is benzyl? Benzene ring with CH2, that is benzyl, and this carbon is called alpha carbon. With the alpha carbon, it has 2 phenyl rings. So 2 hydrogens are replaced by means of 2 phenyl. That is the structure of clotrimazole. And here one chlorine is present in the benzyl ring. So that's why Cl for chlorine. It is having chlorine. Second position, it is having chlorine in the benzyl. So what is the chemical name for clotrimazole? Already we said what is the parent for that? That is called as imidazole. And first nitrogen of imidazole is having benzyl. Which benzyl? 2-chlorobenzyl. Okay, so in the 2-chlorobenzyl, what is attached? In the alpha carbon, 2-phenyl would be attached. That's why this is first nitrogen. So 1 open bracket, and here it is 2-chloro. With the benzyl, it is having chlorine in second position now. So 2-chloro. This is alpha carbon. So alpha alpha diphenyl, or we can write alpha alpha dash diphenyl. This is benzyl, close bracket, imidazole. So that is the chemical name of clotrimazole. It is a broad spectrum antifungal agent. It is used in the treatment of tinea infections and candidiasis. It is available as a solution in polyethylene glycol 400, a lotion and a cream in a concentration of 1%. It is used in the treatment of tinea pedis, tinea cruris, tinea cavitis, tinea versicolor or cutaneous candidiasis. It is well absorbed orally and causes severe GI disturbances. It is extensively protein bound, so it is not considered optimally bioavailable. It is not considered suitable for the treatment of systemic infections. That's all about clotrimazole. Is econazole. Econazole is indicating ethyl zole. So E for ethyl, zole for imidazole. So here we have an imidazole nucleus that is connected with ethyl. This is the first carbon, this is the second carbon. So second carbon is connected with dichlorophenyl. Which dichloro it is? 2,4-dichlorophenyl. And again with the same second carbon, what is attached? 4-chlorophenyl. This is methoxy. So that would be attached with the ethyl, and that ethyl is connected with the imidazole. So that is the structure of econazole. So what is the chemical name? Imidazole. First nitrogen of imidazole is having substituents. So that's why one open bracket. This is ethyl. This is first carbon. This is second carbon. So 2 open bracket. In that 4-chlorophenyl. 4-chlorophenyl close bracket. This is methoxy, methyloxy. So methoxy close bracket. Then again in the same second carbon, what is attached to open bracket? 2,4-dichlorophenyl. Okay, close bracket, and this is ethyl. Then close bracket 1H imidazole. So that is the chemical name of econazole. So what is present here? Imidazole that is connected with ethyl. The second carbon of ethyl is having two substituents. One is dichloro, 2,4-dichlorophenyl. Another one is 4-chlorophenyl methoxy. So that is the structure of econazole. This is available as a nitrate salt. It is used as a 1% cream for the topical treatment of local tinea infections and cutaneous candidiasis. Butaconazole. This is the structure of butaconazole. It is also coming under azole antifungal agent. Okay. So here we have an imidazole. So that is the azole present here. So imidazole that is connected with this one. So what is that? Having 4CH2, that is called as butyl. So first nitrogen of imidazole is connected with the butyl. Numbering for butyl is 1, 2, 3, 4. In the fourth position, what is attached? 4-chlorophenyl or para-chlorophenyl, that is attached with the fourth carbon of butyl. And second carbon of butyl is connected with 2,6-dichlorophenyl, S for thio. Okay, then butyl. This is imidazole. If nothing is here means there may be hydrogen. That's why it is called as 1H imidazole. So we'll see the chemical name of butaconazole. So buta that indicates there may be presence of butyl group, and azole is indicating the presence of imidazole. So what is the structure for butaconazole? That is having imidazole nucleus, and first nitrogen of imidazole is connected with the butyl, and the fourth carbon of butyl is having 4-chlorophenyl, and second carbon is having 2,6-dichlorophenyl thio. Okay, so we'll see the chemical name. So everything would be attached with the first nitrogen. That's why 1 open bracket. Here this would be fourth carbon of butyl. So 4 open bracket, in that 4-chlorophenyl. So we have to close the bracket. Then here in second carbon only we have attachment now. So 2 open bracket, in that 2,6-dichlorophenyl close the bracket, then thio close the bracket. So this is butyl close the bracket, 1H imidazole. So that is the chemical name of butaconazole. It is also available as a nitrate salt. It is extremely broad spectrum antifungal agent. It is effective against Candida albicans. It is supplied as a vaginal cream containing 2% of the salt. It is used in the treatment of vaginal candidiasis. Drug is oxyconazole. This is the structure of oxyconazole. Before going to see the structure of oxyconazole, first we have to know what is an oxime and how can we get the oxime. So what is meant by oxime? That should have double bond NOH, that is oxime. How can we get oxime? If the carbonyl compound is treated with hydroxylamine, we are getting oxime by the removal of one molecule of water. For example, if you think instead of this imidazole we are having hydrogen. So if we have hydrogen means if we are removing the substituent we are getting CH3 here. So by replacing this one by means of H we are getting CH here. So by replacing the whole thing we are getting oxygen here. So what is the parent one? CH3 CH double bond O. So that is called as ethanone. So that is the parent. So that is the carbonyl compound. If it is ending with one, that is a ketone. So usually ketones are having the suffix -one. Okay, so what is the parent for that one? That is called ethanone. What is the formula for that ethanone? CH3 CH double bond O. So that is ethanone. If this ethanone is treated with hydroxylamine, what is hydroxylamine? NH2OH. Here, this ethanone is having oxygen. I said no. That oxygen combines with H2 from NH2OH. That would be removed as water. So that's why in the NH2OH, what is there? What is left here? We have only NOH. So that NOH is added with this double bond. So what you are getting? CH3 CH double bond NOH. Here one H is replaced by means of this dichlorophenyl methyl. Here one H is replaced by means of this imidazole and one H is replaced by means of dichlorophenyl. So you are clear, I think. So what is that? First we have ethanone. So what is ethanone? CH3 CH double bond O, that is called as ethanone. That ethanone, for parent I am telling, that ethanone is treated with hydroxylamine. What is hydroxylamine? NH2OH. Here that two hydrogens present in the NH2OH, no, that one combines with oxygen of that ethanone and removed as water. That's why this double bond is connected with NOH, that is left in hydroxylamine. So we are getting CH3 CH double bond NOH here. Okay, now this H present in hydroxylamine, no, sorry, H present in oxime. What is oxime? Double bond NOH. NOH. So the H is replaced by means of this one. This is called as dichloro. So 2,4-dichloro-phenyl methyl. And here actually what is the parent one? Ethanone. Ethanone is having oxygen here. So for that, for the nomenclature, we have to tell the whole thing would be attached with the oxygen. That's why we are putting O here. Okay. So this is the, sorry, this would be the first carbon of ethanone. This is the second carbon of ethanone. So first carbon is connected with 2,4-dichlorophenyl. Okay. And this oxygen of ethanone, no, so that would be connected with 2,4-dichlorophenyl. This is methyl. This is oxime. Okay. And here the second carbon is connected with imidazole 1YL or 1-imidazolil we can write. So that is the chemical name. So what is the chemical name? This is 1. This is 2. So 1 open bracket here 2,4-dichlorophenyl. And here 2 open bracket 1H imidazole 1YL or imidazole 1YL, close the bracket. This is called ethanone. Parent is ethanone. Ethanone, in the parent is having oxygen, so O open bracket here 2,4-dichlorophenyl, and this is methyl, close the bracket. This is oxime. So that is the chemical name. Here Z, no, that is indicating the configuration of oxyconazole. It is also available as a nitrate salt. It is used in cream and lotion dosage forms in 1% concentration for the treatment of tinea pedis, tinea corporis and tinea capitis. Next drug is thioconazole. This is the structure of thioconazole. So what is there? Here it is having imidazole nucleus. First nitrogen of imidazole is having ethyl, and this is the first carbon of ethyl. This is second carbon. So second carbon is connected with 2,4-dichlorophenyl, and same second carbon is having, this is called thiophene. Second position is connected with chlorine and third position is connected with methoxy, and that one is attached with the second carbon of ethyl. So it can be called, everything would be attached to the first nitrogen. So that's why 1 open bracket 2 open bracket, in that here come 2-chloro, this is third position would be attached. That's why 3-thioenyl methoxy. Otherwise we can write 2-chloro thiophene 3YL. Instead of writing 3-thioenyl, we can write thiophene 3YL. Thiophene 3YL, close the bracket, methoxy, again close the bracket. Then 2 open bracket 2,4-dichloro, this is phenyl, dichlorophenyl, and then ethyl 1H imidazole. So that is the chemical name of thioconazole. It is used in the treatment of vulvovaginal candidiasis and it is available as an ointment having 6.5% of free base. It is effective against Turulopsis glabrata than other azoles. Is miconazole. This is the structure of miconazole. It is having imidazole nucleus and the first nitrogen of imidazole is having ethyl and second carbon of ethyl is connected with 2,4-dichlorophenyl and also 2,4-dichlorophenyl methoxy. So that is the structure of miconazole. So what is the chemical name? 1 open bracket, 2 again open bracket. This is 2,4-dichlorophenyl again 2 open bracket 2,4-dichlorophenyl. This is methoxy. Methoxy close the bracket ethyl 1H imidazole. So that is the chemical name of miconazole. It is available as a nitrate salt. It is a weak base with a pK of 6.65. It is available in an injectable form and solubilized with polyethylene glycol and castor oil and they are intended for the treatment of serious systemic fungal infections. For example, candidiasis, coccidiomycosis, cryptococcosis, terliodiosis and paracoccidiomycosis and treatment of chronic mucocutaneous candidiasis. Its toxic effects are thrombophlebitis, pruritus, fever and GIT upset. It is applied in various dosage forms like creams, lotions, powders and spray for the treatment of kidney infections and cutaneous candidiasis. See the synthesis of miconazole. The starting material for that is 2,4-dichloroacetophenone. So what is acetophenone? C6H5COCH3, that is called acetophenone. So what is benzophenone? C6H5COC6H5, that is called benzophenone. So here we have 2,4-dichloroacetophenone, that would be the starting material. This is on bromination by means of bromine. What happens here? One hydrogen is replaced by means of bromine and we are getting a bromo derivative. With that we have added imidazole. By the addition of imidazole what happens? This H combines with Br and removed as HBr. So this imidazole nucleus that would be attached with the CH2. That's why we are getting that. So imidazole, here CH2CO, same CH2CO. This is dichlorophenyl. So that would be added here. This on reduction. Already we have known primary alcohol on oxidation we are getting aldehyde. Aldehyde on oxidation we are getting acid. Similarly, secondary alcohol on oxidation we are getting ketone. Ketone on reduction we are getting secondary alcohol. So here we have a ketone. CO. So ketone on reduction by means of NaBH4, what happens? Ketone would be reduced to give secondary alcohol CHOH. So we are getting CHOH here. So with that we have added sodium and also this is called 2,4-dichlorophenol. So what is meant by benzyl? Benzene with the CH2, that can be called benzyl. What is meant by benzoyl? Benzene ring with CO, that can be called as benzoyl. So what is benzyl? C6H5CH2, that can be called benzyl. So what is the chemical name here? 2,4-dichlorobenzyl chloride. So by the addition of that what happens? Here Cl, that Cl combines with H and removed as HCl. That's why the whole thing other than Cl, that would be added with the oxygen and we are getting miconazole. So that's all about the synthesis of miconazole. So what is that? 2,4-dichloroacetophenone we have taken. This on bromination we are getting bromo derivative. That on treatment with imidazole, the bromine and H, this would be removed as HBr and this imidazole would be attached with the CH2. So we got that. Then this ketone would be reduced and we are getting secondary alcohol. So with that we have added 2,4-dichlorobenzyl chloride in the presence of sodium. What happens? H combines with Cl and removed as HCl. So the left thing, the whole thing other than Cl, that will be added with the oxygen and we are getting miconazole. So that's all about the synthesis of miconazole. Other points we'll see in next class.